Hi and welcome to another edition of Design to Live's 30 for 30 Wins Challenge. Today's video is going to be fairly quick. I just want to kind of touch on a topic that came to me while I was doing a bike ride today. And that topic is compare and despair. So, what to do when our mindset decides to compare and belittle our efforts and basically say that other people are stronger, faster, better, and kind of get on. It's a negative mindset that can tell us that we haven't done enough, blah, 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 even though we're out there and doing the dang thing, right? Comparison and despair. It's a very, very easy to fall into the comparison trap, but there is a very, very easy tool that I'm going to talk about today that will get your mind in a different direction. So, first of all, I just want to say thank you for being here today. If you're new to my channel, I have lots of tools, tips, inspiration, support, motivation, and you can find out all about the challenge in the description below. If you'd like to go back and explore some of the earlier topics that we have, you can go ahead and just click on the link. That should take you back to the video library and you can see all of the other videos that we have. So without further ado, comparison and despair. So the very first thing that you need to realize when you start comparing yourself to someone else, it could be that you're like, oh, you know, they're so much faster, they're so much stronger, they're so much fitter, blah, 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 blah. It's stuff that's actually tearing you down and not being supportive, right? One of the ways that I look at this is that we're all on our own health and wellness journey, okay? It's our journey. It's not me. My journey is not your journey. Your journey is not my journey. Her journey, not mine. Her journey, not mine, right? We all have our own path, our own places. We get on and off of the path at different times for different reasons, right? So sometimes we are like all that in a bag of chips, and other times, well, you know, we're just the bag of chips. It is what it is, right? There's different parts of our lives. And so if you're comparing yourself, what you're doing is a complete disadvantage, and it's all made up. It's in your mind because you have absolutely no idea if that person who has just passed you on the cycle has had any health issues. You have no idea what age they are. You have no idea how long they've been biking. You have no idea what their workout program is like, what their lifestyle is like. Do they work full time? Do they have all of the time off? Like, you have no idea. And then even more so, you've made the weird assumption that this person has started at the same place as you and that they have gone as far as you. You don't know. You have no idea, right? Everybody gets on and off of trails at different times. They're coming with different tools and things that they have in their, their history. Perhaps this person was a cycling champ, or a person that is, doing full-on weightlifting, things like that all the time, and not a recreational biker, right? But our minds automatically jump to putting us in some sort of weird comparison. And it doesn't take into account any of the struggles that you've had and have already overcome either. So, we're all on this journey. And when this happens though, when I'm going to just use the biking because that's the one I'm on today, I guess. When somebody passes you, sometimes it can just start off this little chattery voice inside that starts eating away at our confidence and starts making us feel like we're not very worthy, right? And then when that happens, guess what happens to our performance? It goes down, right? Because it's a heavy load on us. It's a heavy emotional load. And so our performance starts to degrade. So what you need to do first is recognize that you're doing it. And so as soon as you recognize that you're doing it, start to focus on you and the things around you. Get back into the now moment, because when you're starting to do comparison and despair, what you're doing is you're making up weird stories and you're doing all of these crazy assumptions about what you have no idea about, right? So first of all, get back into the now moment and start focusing on your breathing, on your moving of your body, or whatever it is that you're doing, but try and get your head back into the now moment instead of making up these stories that may or may not have any truth to them at all, right? And then create a useful mantra for the ones that keep getting in your head, right? So I did this for triathlon because I had this compare and despair happen all the time. When I was swimming, I'd be last. When I was biking, I'd be last. When I was running, I'd be last. Yes, I'd do it. Yes, I was getting better and faster for me. But do you think my head would ever go into that? No, it went into compare and despair. So I created some mantras. The mantras helped improve my performance so that maybe I wasn't last. And that happens. Sometimes I'm not last. Sometimes I'm, I've passed over 100 people before in different races, right? So here is what you need to have for a positive mantra. A mantra that you can just fire off in those moments, right? You need to make it be something that recognizes that you don't know what this person's life is or where they got on or any of that kind of stuff. So a mantra that I have for biking is, everyone is on their own journey. I only see part of it. And so do they. I don't know their story or their backstory. I only know mine. And I am grateful to be where I am today. That's it. It's just a little bit of gratitude thrown in there. And I just say that when somebody's passing me, I just recognize and I go, oh, I don't know the backstory of their journey. They don't know mine. Maybe they got on 5 miles ago. Maybe they got on 20 miles ago. I don't know. And it takes that whole compare and despair mindset and takes all of the emotional charge off of it, because I go, you know what? I'm grateful for where I am. I am putting in my win into my mantra, okay? So here is another mantra that I use for things that are challenging to me. Hills are really challenging to me. So most of my little running buddies and stuff like that know this one. It is, I am Jill. I love the hills. I run them up. I run them down. My steady footfall hit the ground. That's it. There's nothing in there that talks about the other people or anything like that. It is a mantra made just for me. It's made just for hills, because darn it, at that point in time, I don't want that hill to beat me, right? So whatever you're coming up against in your workouts, whatever you're coming up against in your life, you have common themes, right? Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. So make a mantra for some of those types of things and start to watch yourself getting a healthier, more positive mindset. All right, so that was my tool and tip for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I will see you again tomorrow on the next episode. Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.